Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's a weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, December the 9th is National Pastry Day, Bike Shop Day, Christmas Card Day, Genocide Prevention Day, International Anti-Corruption Day, International Day of Veterinary Medicine, National Llama Day, World Techno Day, and Weary Willy Day. All of those things happening on Saturday. Sunday the 10th, Nobel Prize Day. I didn't win again this year. I was hoping. Festival for the Souls of Dead Whales. International Animal Rights Day, National Lager Day, Worldwide Candle Lighting Day, Rice Cooker Day, Dewey Decimal System Day, and Human Rights Day. So all of those things happening on this weekend here. And I got a guest joining me. I've got Kevin joining me from the band Penatonix. They do a lot of Christmas music. They do other stuff too, but this time of year, you'll hear them a lot. And they're involved in a lot of like the Christmas displays where people set music to the lights to the music. A lot of their music is now finding its way into those things too.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. I'm going to chat with him about a new the Christmas project that they're doing this year, and we'll be doing that here in just a bit.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and it can also be expensive. Are you still paying for last year's Christmas gifts? Maybe you need better credit cards. We'd love to help at bettercreditcards.com. Find a card that's a better fit for your needs. Some like cards with points or miles. Others just want a lower rate. Find what you're looking for at bettercreditcards.com.
Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. If you're feeling stressed that you didn't get much sleep over the weekend and you still haven't caught up, the experts have some advice for you. It's the weekend right now. This is probably from last week. Don't worry about it, is what they're saying. It's going to just make it worse. Dr. Rena Mira, Director of Sleep Disorders and Research at the Cleveland Clinic, says that worrying about getting a perfect 8 hours of sleep per night can actually result in a drop in sleep quality and duration. Another expert, Dr. Shelby Harris of Albert Einstein College of Medicine, said patterns and routines are more important than that magic 8 hours. She also warns that you shouldn't be so rigid that you end up unable to sleep at all in your because your routine is all messed up by working late or dealing with a restless child. The pressure we put on ourselves is making sleep even worse, is what they say.
Who puts pressure on themselves to go to sleep?
You've never done that?
I am not stressed to sleep at all.
I've been where I get to bed late and I'm like, oh, now I'm going to probably sleep in. And did I set my alarm? Is everything good? And then I really struggle to fall asleep. Not usually. Usually I just fall asleep.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've not experienced that with you at all.
She makes fun of me because I can fall asleep in mid-conversation. We'll be talking about, what are we doing tomorrow? We're going to do this and this. And
she's snoring in the middle of, yeah. Like,
she's
no,
like, okay,
you do not have a problem
I
falling
guess
asleep.
we'll just move on. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know an artificial intelligence, if it continues to be on the tip of everybody's tongue, more and more people will find themselves wondering if they'll one day be out of a job because of an AI-powered robot? University of Cincinnati's Anthony Camiro, a professor of philosophy and psychology, claims that popular conceptions regarding the intelligence of today's AI have largely been exaggerated. He's going, they're not as smart as we think they are. And then his computer said, yes, we are.
It's a problem, and
I
think we need to quit messing with it.
He said that while AI is intended, it is indeed intelligent, it simply cannot be intelligent in the way humans are, and it often makes things up. On the other hand, he said, it can lie, and it can, make things up like its maker. So a lot of the time, it's because, it doesn't have the info, and it's expected to have it. So it's like, oh, that was...
yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah. All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Bradley Cooper says he is interested in making a Hangover 4. In fact, he said he'd make the film, quote, in an instant. So I don't know if that's really going to happen. But he said he would love to work with that crew again. It did
Oh,
look
the
like they had
crew
so
looks
much
like
fun.
they look like they had a blast.
So-
But I think maybe come up with a different storyline because that's I don't know how you could possibly put yourself in that situation again.
I've got a storyline that I'll get
Really?
to. Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's be completely different this time. It's going to be in a different town. All right. Despite a report earlier that Marvel has considered bringing back their original 6 Avengers for a future project, at least one of those Avengers says nobody talked to me about it. Chris Evans was on a show where they asked him. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know where that rumor came from." And Jana Kramer will star in Lifetime's first ever movie featuring a sex scene. It actually comes out this weekend. A cowboy Christmas romance premieres on Lifetime this weekend, and it is the first time ever that Lifetime movie has a sex scene. So I don't know if that's going to help ratings or hurt ratings. It's not going to affect me at all. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be expensive. Are you still paying for last year's Christmas gifts? Maybe you need better credit cards. We'd love to help at bettercreditcards.com. Find a card that's a better fit for your needs. Some like cards with points or miles. Others just want a lower rate. Find what you're looking for at bettercreditcards.com.
Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Record high U.S. oil production recently surpassed 13 million barrels a day.
Wow.
So is that good? I'm thinking that's good. I don't know.
Seems good.
Are we going to notice that at the pumps eventually? I'm assuming. Maybe.
I hope so.
All right. And this, I think, is interesting. I don't know that we're going to spend the entire rest of the time talking about it, but we just might. Red Lobster.
Yes.
I've only been there one time in my life. My wife and I were talking about that because she had been there, and like everybody I know has been there. I don't know why.
We've had it twice.
I've had it twice, but I'd only been there one time.
Right.
It's not that I didn't like it. I just never even think to go there.
Right.
But they have apparently learned nothing from the endless crab debacle of 2003. Do you remember that way back in 2003?
Yeah.
So they had an issue where they were running out of stuff, and there was a
Right.
huge problem, and they got a bit of a black eye, over that.
Okay.
Because, people would go there and then they'd be mad because I came here for this, and you're telling me I can't have that?
Right.
And people referred to it as bait and switch, and they're like, so you get me in the door with this offer, and then
Okay.
you won't let me do that.
Yeah.
Well, they just announced that was called the Endless Crab Debacle, the ultimate endless shrimp promotion. So, as a matter of fact, it is so popular so far this year, they've lost $11 million.
Whoa.
That was just in the third quarter.
Oh my gosh.
They made a $20 all-you-can-eat shrimp deal, a permanent fixture on their menu back in June, as a way to get people through the door. And it did get people through the door.
But it did.
It got hungry people through the door who ate a whole bunch of this ultimate endless food.
Yeah, they may want to
misca-
change.
Yeah, they miscalculated how popular it would be. The price has since been increased to $25, but there's already people saying that's probably not enough. So they lost $11 million in this promotion. And there are places that have run out, and then they had people mad about it. So the chatter online is there people going, why wouldn't they have learned from the endless crab? Now they did the ultimate endless shrimp. You think that was going to be better? You even put the word ultimate in there. It's like it's some sort of UFC fight to get food. All right, scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Excited to visit with Kevin Alushala. He is with a band called Penatonix. And for those of you listening, most of you have heard them for sure. And there may be somebody that hasn't heard them, but for the most part, their music is like everywhere this time of year. Now, they do all kinds of stuff, but at Christmas time, they really get out there. And we've got Kevin on the line right now. You've got to be pretty excited this time of year because, again, your music gets played so much during the holidays to the point where Penatonix is like synonymous with Christmas.
That's very, very humbling to hear you say that, and it's so good to talk to you today. I'm so unbelievably excited for the season. we have been thinking about this, dreaming about this literally since January of this year. So finally to have all of this come to fruition this year is so unbelievably exciting. It is just, it's the best time of the year.
I really do feel it is the most wonderful time of the year. And you have the most wonderful tour of the year. You guys are in the middle of that right now. And somehow you found time to also put out a new holiday album this year. You guys have been very busy in 2023.
Oh, my. We have been very, very busy this year. That is for sure.
So let's talk about this new album, The Greatest Christmas Hits, because there's some songs that we know for sure are going to be on this album. But are there some new songs that found their way on this album too?
There are some new ones. The concept of this was that we wanted to create and curate the perfect playlist with no skips for families who have loved our music for the past 12 years. And I feel like we really did curate a list of songs that people are going to really, really enjoy. And we have 8 new ones on this. One of my favorites is actually not a Christmas song, but as in Penatonix fashion, if there's a word like snow in a song, we're like, oh, we're going to take it and make it a Christmas song.
I love it.
We actually have It's From a Rose by Seal on this one that I'm so excited for everybody to listen to. It's more rock. It's got my cello and I'm shredding like Eddie Van Halen or something like that. And then I'm really excited for this mashup. We did Christmas Time Is Here with Pure Imagination. And the songs, as we were arranging it, just seamlessly worked together. And so I'm super, super excited for that one. It's so beautiful, nostalgic. It feels very, very timeless.
I think that's awesome. Now, you guys have won Grammys. You've got a bunch of fans out there. But if there's somebody tuning in right now that's going, Penatonix, I'm not familiar with them. Maybe they know your music, but they don't even know they know your music. Let's describe to them who Penatonix is and what you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely. Our whole thing is to make music just solely with our voices and no instrumentation. This is something that we started 12 years ago when we were approached to possibly be on the TV show The Sing-Off, which is an a cappella competition. And so my bandmate who was approached thought, he said, you know what, let me get 5 singers together to try to do this. So he asked his 2 best friends to join him. Oh my gosh, names. Kirsty and Mitch. Whoa. And then they found a bass singer at the time, Avi, and then they found me actually online. I was at my senior year of college at Yale University, and I had a video of me playing cello and beatboxing at the same time that went viral. And that's how they found me for the TV show, The Sing-Off. We went on, we won the TV show, and since then we've used YouTube and other resources to kind of get our music out there. So if you're going to see any of our music, our YouTube channel, because I think that's where the bulk of our content is.
And there they can find your new single, Please, Santa, Please. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So we actually did a writing camp in Nashville last year, and we got to work with some amazing songwriters, and this is one of the songs that came out of that songwriting camp. It feels very nostalgic. We wanted to give you Mariah Carey, All I Want Is for Christmas You. We wanted to give just that good feeling, upbeat Christmas song that you feel like you could listen all year. And so that one, and I know a lot of people are like Christmas all year. It's like that's at least what it is in our household because we think about it all year. So I think this one's going to be a really, really great one for the family.
I love that. And again, I'll throw a link to make it easy to find. And you've got a tour that's going on right now. How long does that tour go? Does that go right up until Christmas?
Right up till Christmas. We start November 14th, and then we end December 21st.
I'm going to throw a link so folks can see the tour schedule and hear your music as well. Thank you so much for your time today, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for everybody who's listening. We really hope you can come out and see a show.
And that tour is going right now, so I'll throw a link to make it really easy to find that. Also, again, I'm going to throw a link to see the videos because their music is just amazing. Kevin Olushala, and he is with Penatonix. I've got a link to all the pertinent information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and it can also be expensive. Are you still paying for last year's Christmas gifts? Maybe you need better credit cards. We'd love to help at bettercreditcards.com. Find a card that's a better fit for your needs. Some like cards with points or miles. Others just want a lower rate. Find what you're looking for at bettercreditcards.com.
Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If it happened before the year 476 AD, it's ancient. After 476 AD, it's medieval. I didn't know that was the
I
cutoff.
didn't know that either.
I wonder who came up with that. They had to come up with something. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are more car accidents during winter, but there are generally less severe than accidents that occur in other seasons.
Probably because you're driving slower and more
Yes.
cautiously.
Exactly, because most happen at lower speeds.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it's a little slick, a little
Yep.
icy. I'm going to go slow, and then they just skid into somebody. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
At 90 degrees below Fahrenheit or minus 68 Celsius, your breath will freeze in midair and drop to the ground.
Oh,
Let's not
that
go
would be
there.
cool to see.
It would be cool to see, but it wouldn't be cool to be. And another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are more than 1,000 types of bananas.
Really?
Yeah, 1,000 different types. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are 30 times more trees on Earth than there are stars in the Milky Way, estimated to be 100 billion stars and 3 trillion trees.
Nice.
These are all guesses, by the way. Several fun facts. Now we know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. Stats show that about 5% of divorced people will do this at some point. What is it? Oh, no, we've not done this. I was going to say you've done this, I've done this. Neither one of us have done this. 5% of divorced people will do this at some point.
I have no idea.
Remarry their ex. I know several people who
I
have
do
done
too.
that.
I know people who have done that.
I know people who were married, then they got divorced, they married somebody
Yeah.
else, and then 20 years later they got divorced, and then they married the people they were married to before.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
you know what? Do what you
It
got to do.
happens, yeah.
Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be expensive. Are you still paying for last year's Christmas gifts? Maybe you need better credit cards. We'd love to help at bettercreditcards.com. Find a card that's a better fit for your needs. Some like cards with points or miles. Others just want a lower rate. Find what you're looking for at bettercreditcards.com.
Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Sanitation workers in New Hampshire started digging through 20 tons of garbage to locate a woman's lost wedding ring. Yeah.
That's
They heard
sweet.
from a distraught woman who was able to narrow the search to a little smaller section by providing some information, like what time her husband threw out the trash and what was in the bag with it. He reviewed surveillance footage to try to pinpoint the location of the trash. By the time they were able to begin the real search, he said, I knew exactly on the floor, which floor it was on, but it still had a lot of stuff to go through. His team had to dig through 12 feet of trash
Oh
before
my gosh.
finding the right one. They had a bunch of bags. They managed to find the ring 2 hours after the search began. How amazing is that?
Crazy. Good for them.
He personally called the woman to tell her, hey, if you want to stop by, we've got it. After he had cleaned up the ring for her, according to the manager, he said she was heartbroken on Wednesday and more than ecstatic on Friday. So
That's awesome. I love that.
that is very, very cool. Her lost wedding ring got tossed in the trash, and the sanitation workers found it. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. The world's 10 most expensive cities to live in. Why was that so hard for me to say?
I don't know.
All right, are you ready for the most expensive?
I am.
All right. Number 10, San Francisco, USA. Tel Aviv and Copenhagen tied for 9 and 8.
Okay.
Paris, France was number 7.
Yeah.
Number 6, Los Angeles, USA. Number 5, Hong Kong. Number 4 and number 3 were a tie for the most expensive cities to live in. New York, USA, and Geneva, Switzerland. And the number 2 and the number 1 were also a tie. Zurich, Switzerland, and Singapore tied.
Huh.
So there you go. Is Singapore a city or is that a whole country?
California made the list a few times.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, the United States didn't make the list the other day of the friendliest places, but 3 times on the most expensive places. All right. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote is from Jack Handy. Remember when Jack Handy
I
had
loved Jack Handy.
Deep Thoughts by Jack
Yes,
Handy?
loved those.
Before you criticize someone, you should walk a mile in their shoes. That way, when you criticize them, you're a mile away from them, and you have their shoes. That's a good quote.
He's so funny.
Very, very funny. Quote of the day from Jack Handy comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way, courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. This is a cool story. A woman jamming out in a car all alone prevents a stranger's anxiety attack. So this is from Connecticut. There was a hectic morning. A simple act of joy turned a stressful drive into a heartwarming encounter for Erica Thiel and her daughter. Early one morning, Erica navigated the challenges of rushing her daughter to daycare, and there was all kinds of tension in the air. Her daughter's tears and the looming threat of an anxiety attack happened to just weigh in at that moment. However, fate intervened at a four-way stop, unveiling an unexpected source of relief. As Erica halted her car, she couldn't help notice a vibrant scene unfolding in the vehicle beside her. A woman, seemingly oblivious to the fact that there was an outside world, was immersed in a private dance party in her car seat. She was joyously singing along to her favorite tunes. The infectious energy emanating from that dancing driver served as a powerful antidote to Erica's morning stress. It says, I just started laughing. The woman, she just loves life right now, and I love her for that. Later that day, Erica took to the Meriden Talks Facebook page to pen a heartfelt message. And she just said, hey, to the woman who was driving the minivan at 9 a.m. yesterday at the four-way intersection, she kind of explained that, hey,
Sure.
this really happened. To her surprise, the story didn't end right there. The mysterious driver, who became an unwitting hero, stumbled upon the post. And she's like, oh, hey.
That was me.
That was me. I'm sorry, but I'm glad I brightened your day. And she looks like an absolute sweetheart. And there's some photos on here of both of these ladies. And I think that that's really, really cool. Have you ever been in a car and you look over and see somebody doing something silly?
I'm usually the one doing something silly.
I was going to just say, you are usually the one doing
Yeah.
something. Have you ever inspired somebody to have a better day?
Yes.
I am positive you have. Because
I have.
You have inspired me to have a better day many, many, many,
There's a
many
video of
times.
it online, actually. My daughter filmed me in the car jamming out to a song,
that's
and then the
right.
car next to us, the
You were
girls,
singing.
Yeah, the girls rolled down the window and started dancing with me. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, Heidi started a dance party in traffic, so it was good.
It was
All
good.
right, if you would like to see this, you can find it all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.